Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Hawa with another interesting video. So today guys, we're going to be trying yet another interesting recipe. Hope you've liked my previous video on how to make a banana bread, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make mahamri. So yes guys, let's get right into the video. These are the ingredients that I have today. With me here, this is 4 cups of flour, this cup, or rather a small cup, 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of warm milk, and then I have a half a cup of sugar, and then I'll be using self-instant yeast. This one, it's about 1 tablespoon, and then I'm going to be using margarine or rather butter. You can choose to use 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, but this is what I'd prefer for today. And then I'll be using some cardamom powder over here, 1 tablespoon, and a little bit of salt. This one is not necessary. If you want, that is, guys. So let's get right into the video. So we're going to start with the dry ingredients. I'll just add this in. Then we'll be adding cardamom. We're just going to add 1 tablespoon of cardamom powder. And then you're going to go in with 1 tablespoon of yeast. Alternatively, you can add the yeast to warm water and let it sit for around 5 minutes for it to raise, and then just pour it in the mixture. But as for me, I do not have time. I'm running out of time, so this is how I prefer to do it. So just mix everything nicely and make sure everything is well incorporated. Once you're done with that, you can choose to add some salt. So we're going to add some salt. So to about half a teaspoon of salt, not a lot because it's not a must if you choose to. And then we're going to add some margarine or rather butter. So 2 tablespoons of it. So yeah, and then just going to leave it aside. So right about now, I'm just going to mix things gently. Ensure your hands are well clean. Don't forget that. So once I've mixed everything nice and everything is well incorporated and mixed, I'm just going to go in with my warm milk. This is 1 cup of warm milk. And you're going to mix gently and gradually. So just mix everything up and I'll show you once I'm done. So this is what we've achieved so far. Right now I'm just going to transfer this to the surface and knead it up. Once you've transferred it on the surface, you'll just add some vegetable oil on top of it, or rather just rub the margarine also on the surface. Put the upper part and the lower part. So once that's done, I'm going to cover it for about an hour, and then it'll be right back, guys, or 30 minutes. So that's how it looks like. I've covered it with this cling paper and let it rest for 30 minutes or an hour. If your place is cold, a little bit cold, you'll have to use some warm tablecloth like this one, because here today the weather is a bit gloomy. So I'm just going to cover it like this and place it in a warm area and then let it rise. See you guys after an hour now. And I decided to cover it with 2 tablecloths and placed it near a place where there's a bit of sunlight. And yeah, here it is, guys. You see, it has puffed up. So this is what we aim to achieve. You see how fluffy it is, puffed up nicely. So what you're going to do Right now, I'm just going to cut it into two shapes, rather, yeah. So guys, I'm going to roll it like this and just cut it into two. So I'm just going to make these shapes. Then I'll place them aside for them to rise again a bit. Put them on this surface of mine. So guys, after making these shapes, I'm going to cover them a bit with a piece of, not a piece of, but rather a tablecloth. Just 5 minutes or 10 minutes for them to rise again. So yeah, see you in a few. Oh, I prefer making them to this shape so that while rolling it becomes a little bit easier. So yeah, and it's not necessary that they all become equal sizes, but just try to estimate. So yeah, this one turned out to be a little bit smaller, but the rest are just perfect. See, after covering it up for about 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I did take long a bit because I was held up somewhere. This is how they've puffed up. See, so right now I'm just going to roll them and go straight into frying. So stay tuned, guys. So once you've achieved your size, you're just going to cut it into 4 slices. Some people prefer their, what is it called? Their mahamri, iko ina nyama ndani, like nyama ijae ndani, or rather, inside to be thick, the inner part to be thicker. But as for me, I love it thin. So it just depends on the size. You choose for yourself what you want, according to your choice. So yeah, that's how it looks. I'm going to finish up on them, and then we go direct to dip our cooking stick in the oil, see if it's ready. It's not removing bubbles, so not yet. So we're going to test again. You see the bubbles? When you see the bubbles, that's when you know it's ready. So let's go into frying. So just dip them inside one by one. Don't overcrowd, guys. And you're going to leave it to puff up. So guys, leave the lower part to cook evenly, then turn. So hii ilitoboka, that's why haijafura. Turn. So let the lower side cook. You see this one was puffed up so nicely. Let the lower side cook a bit and then we'll remove it from the heat. We're going to place more. Remember guys, don't turn it. Leave the lower side to cook, then you'll turn. Okay? So let's check this one. This one is ready. This is the girl of Mahamri. A side that's white like this, that's when you know you have perfect Mahamri. Okay? So let's finish up.